What's going on? This is another video, episode, whatever. Another video, another update on the Integra and a little bit of the grom. Just one part for the grom. But anyway, quick update. I'm really stoked to see that I got this. I don't know if you can see it, but pretty sure some people already know what it is. But I've always wanted an OEM valve cover. You know, there's a lot of people that do the powder coating, and I know people that actually do it as well. And they do it close, but not OEM. But as you can see, got this from HMO. And took them a little bit. I guess they had to order a whole bunch of them in order to start shipping them out. But thank you, HMO. Always good doing business with you guys. Always always pleasant and good customer service, which is very important to me. All right, next I wanted to talk about ITBs. The ITBs, I was going to go with the 310 RC injectors that I had on my previous setup. But when I was talking to the tuner, he suggested to go with a bigger injector, only because the 310s are gonna be in pretty high cycle. I guess that's what he said, but he was suggesting something bigger. So I reached out to a couple of friends to see who had something for sale, and a friend of mine went from 660s to I believe is 1,000, and 660 should be enough for a all motor setup. So he sold me his old one. Now, I should have taken my ITBs with me because the injectors don't fit. They were too short. I contacted the person I bought it from, and he suggested top hats for the injectors. I've never heard of them. So I went to OJ Performance. Shout outs to OJ Performance before I forget, and shout out to White Boy for selling me the good injectors and also suggesting the top hats, which I've never heard of. But I went to ONJ Performance down in Kissimmee, and they had it in stock. So let me show you. All right, so as you can see, with the fuel rail bolted on, and let me, if I can get it in the hole. Anyway, it won't meet the well, you see the gap. Obviously, that's the issue. Now, the solution to this is this little bad boy right here. Now, they come in different sizes, so if you are gonna buy it, just make sure you know what size you're gonna need. That goes right on top there. Make sure it's in there properly. Now, you may have to use a little lube or something if it becomes too tight or too hard to get in. Now, there you go. So now you see everything is squared away. And one last thing. Now, I seriously doubt you're gonna need it, but there's also a clip that goes between these here, so they won't separate. But I seriously, like I said, I seriously doubt you're gonna need it. But I bought it just in case. All right, now going back to another thing that I wanted to talk about. Not sure if you've seen the previous video of me explaining the Kinslers or what is needed and whatnot. But if you if you never saw it, or if you didn't see my previous videos, the Kinsler ITBs are gonna need K series TPS sensor. As you can see here, it says K tune on it. The only thing is I'm running B series in a B series harness, and this doesn't plug into a B series. As you can see here, it's cut up. Now, since I have a wire harness, I'm not gonna cut into it. I really doubt I will, but I had an idea. Since this is 3 wires, as you can see here, 3 wires, and B series TPS sensor is 3 wires as well. I grabbed a old TPS that I had laying around, and I broke into it, and this is how it looks. Like that, I could connect it to that, and I could solder these 3, and also put heat shrink on all of these, and there it goes. Alright, this should give you some type of idea what it should look like when it's on the motor. Oh yeah, I'm liking the combination. Let's see. Alright, so one last thing I want to show you guys is the grom part, the part that I got for the grom. And it's a sprocket going up a tooth. I'm going from a 15 tooth in the front to a 16 tooth. Now what that does for you is drops the RPM at top speed. So, you know, just help it out just a little bit. And trying to save the motor just a little bit longer, so it won't be at 8,000 RPMs when I'm cruising at 60 miles per hour. One thing I like to point out that I used to have a 750 at one point. This is a while back ago, and to be perfectly honest, I think I've had more fun on the Honda Grom than the actual 750. Yeah, obviously you could, you know, go to much higher speed on the 750, but you know, I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just a little bit safer, and there's actual communities now with the Honda Groms, and I've met a lot of nice people, a lot of cool people, because of, you know, the Honda Grom community. So shout outs to Tampa Groms and also Orlando Goon Squads. Hung out with them for a little bit, and like I said, you know, you just meet different types of people. Kind of like in the car scene also, you know, you see all these other people and meet all these people. 90% of my friends are because of the cars. Before I end this video, I want to go over one last thing. I get a lot of this question asked a lot, and I just want to go over it real quick. I've been asked, how do I afford all these car parts, and what I do to afford them? Well, first of all, I work. You know, I've been working 60, 70 hours a week, barely having any days off. I'm not going out with friends because, you know, of how many hours I'm putting in at work. At the end of the day, what you do is you save. I've been saving $20 here, $20 there, 10, 5, whatever, and just manage your money. I just happen to know how to manage my money. Not the best, but I know how to do it, and it's all about priorities as well. Do you have to go out on the weekend or every weekend? If you say yes, then you don't want the car part, or you don't want the part as bad as you say you do. But me personally, if I'm not at work, I'm at home, I know if I go out, I'm going to end up spending $30-40, that money could go into, new wheels or suspension, or if that's what you're into, you know. But again, it's just, I literally just work and save, and that's it. Hopefully, after I get the seats and a few other parts, I'll stop working so much and actually install everything and have videos for you guys, other than in my house, because again, I have no time, and I haven't touched my car in a while, and because I've been trying to save and trying to work my ass off for it. So, uh, to answer the question is to save, and priorities. I'm no baller by any means. I do all right for myself, but it's not that I make a whole bunch of money. I'm broke like everybody else. It's just, like I said before, I save. It took me 4 years of saving just to get my car painted and do the engine bay and stuff like that. So, just to give you a quick example, um, and it took me 9 months just to save up for the ITBs. It's just, you know you I get, if I want something, I know what I need to do, and everybody knows what they need to do. Is just how bad you want it. Me personally, I want it so bad that I'll have to say no to my friends when they ask me if I want to go hang out and go to go to a club or whatever it is that they ask me to do. It's just, I'd rather stay home. If you want to come over, by all means, but I just don't want to spend any money because, again, I'm trying to save for this. But anyway, enough of me trying to, you know, uh, teach you, or this is not, I'm not trying to be trying to give you a lesson on life or anything, but, it's just a question I kept on being asked. But anyway, um, with this, I'll end my video. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. If you have any questions about my build or about the Grom, by all means, go ask away. If you have any suggestions or any advice on ITBs, um, I'm all ears. I know that as soon as I put it on, I'm going to come up with a lot of different issues. It's not that I'm not going to resolve them, but still, I know that this is a new platinum for me, so I know it. But anyway, like I said, just like, subscribe, and I will see you next time, I guess. Peace.